And good evening everybody, welcome back to another playthrough live and exclusive to YouTube. I am your host Swishbone for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who have never been here before, we're mostly playing games blind for the first time, giving plenty of live chat and reaction in the chat box that way. So if you got any comments you want to get in there, please drop them in. I'll do what I can to interact with you all for the rest of the stream. For those of you who have been here before, maybe you've been watching me play and lose my mind on this game, or all the recent attempts to try and go through Perfect Dark that was a colossal failure. Perhaps you watched me play Danganronpa, Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, all the Crash Bandicoot games, all the really weird streams like Doki Doki Literature Club and Manual Samuel. Either way, a huge welcome back, and that includes you there, Avian, as well. Thank you very much, all you people. The chats and the games, well, the stream will be active, will be nowhere near as interactive or as reactive. I'm on the minutes tonight, but I just about made it in time, so slightly different look because I had to jury rig it in the last few seconds. Now, we're picking up with the final mission. That's where we're going to be carrying on the rest of the story, and to say the least, it was a bit frustrating. But before I go any further, I want to make it clear that as of now, WWE games are no longer appearing on this channel. I am no longer doing them. You all watched on Saturday when my friend Nerdy Hound and I played through a fantastic Road to WrestleMania. We had a load of fun. It was a 5-hour long stream. A 16-second vignette video has led to that video being blocked worldwide. None of you can watch it because of 16 seconds, 1-6. So if that's how you treat your audience, WWE, you're not getting any support from me. As of now, they are banned from the channel.
Story select.
My name is Amy Rose.
Hey,
I'm cute and
Amy.
full of energy. Something horrible is happening. Professor Gerald activated this program a long time ago. Activating that program has caused the space colony to fall out of its orbit. Now it's on a crash course with the Earth. Looks like Eggman has tricked Shadow. He's such an evil doctor. I want to yell at him, but first, we need to stop the space colony from falling. We decided to team up and go to the colony's core to stop the power of the Chaos Emerald. We don't have much time left. Hang on, everybody. Let's do it!
I agree with you, Avian. Yes, it is terrible. And as I say, it's just... unfortunately, that's the stance they've taken. It turned up as a copyright claim. Luckily, it's not a strike. I'm glad it's not a copyright strike, at least. That means that I can still have no issues in my streaming. There won't be any restrictions to videos, but it just means that the video is no longer visible. So what I might do is I might try and download the footage, because there is a way for me to do that. And if I can download the footage, then what I can always do is try and re-edit it somehow to upload the original stream that way, and include a brief rant against them in the video. But we'll see how that goes in the future. That's something that might happen in the pipeline. So for now, we're back in control of these missions, and we saw how evil this was, because it was essentially Eggman and... oh, okay, I don't think you're supposed to do it this way, but I'm still alive, so I might as well stick it out. I don't think you're supposed to do this. I'm surprised the game didn't kill me, but that's fine. Oh, that was the problem. I wasn't going to be able to get to the platform. Ah, that's what happened. I thought, why is it not dead? It must have shot me at the same time I shot it. That's annoying, but hey ho. Ooh. Quickly, please. Thank you. Yeah. Right, this time. Oh, how did it? I didn't get attacked last time. What the hell happened this time? I don't like that enemy because there's no real way to kill it without taking damage, apart from that first time when I don't quite know what I did. I did something, I just don't know what. I forgot the little clamps come undone, and because the clamps come undone, you fall off. I forgot about that, like an idiot. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can aim down below at these guys, but I don't think there is. So the aim is to destroy the cannon's security door. Quite a basic aim when you think about it. Yeah, see, somehow that works, and I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know what I did differently. It just seemed to get me in a position to avoid dying. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, I'm just confused. Yeah, that's probably a default response to me, really, isn't it? Being confused. Ah, you can reset it so you don't have to... Okay, that's been fine for now. So down we go as we attempt to navigate this really rather frustrating level. Okay, select it. Good, good. Thank you. One time I thought I got away from it by making it draw its arms out, but not this time. Oh, what the hell? No, that's not worked. Nope, that didn't work either. That might do it. Yes! See, I don't mind that puzzle there. That's kind of interesting, you know, with the platforms and trying to move it around. I actually find that rather interesting. Ah, I remember now, yeah, I needed that to be at the point where it dropped down. And then jump up. That's right. I had them all selected then, but unfortunately not. That was annoying. I kept on stopping time at the wrong point. Meanwhile, good evening to Arista Jack. What's up so far? Well, I'll tell you what's actually up. I'm very, very miffed and annoyed at the WWE. The stream that myself and Nerdy Hound did on Saturday evening has been blocked worldwide because of a 16-second vignette. And I'm trying to remove that particular section from the video. I'm trying to remove it, but if it won't let me do it, that video will never be seen again. It will officially become lost media. Unless I find a way to download it and re-upload it. All because of a 16-second clip. 16 seconds out of a 4.5-hour attempt at playing their game. I wouldn't mind, but there was no claim to copyright, there was no intellectual theft, there was no attempt to monetize the video, nothing that you'd do that would make it, like, you know, sketchy in their eyes. If anything, all we did was give them free promotion for a game that came out over a decade ago. But for some reason, that was enough to make them think, nah, we're not doing that, you're not allowed. So, to say we're annoyed is an understatement. Myself and Nerdy Hound were both extremely pissed off. Well, neither of us are happy, and we, quite frankly, are both considering our options when it comes to that company in the future. Shame for them. We were actually planning to go after SunnyCon to watch one of their live events. in Sheffield. I'm now officially boycotting that event. I will not be going. And if you do go, that's fine, you guys enjoy it, but I will not be there. I would have loved to have hung out with people who are fellow fans, but there's absolutely no way I'm giving them my money after they've attempted to screw my channel over. It's simple as that. You mess with me, I'm not gonna work with you. It's a very simple rule of business. You don't do business with those who attempt to screw you over. But other than that, I'm fine. So how are you doing? It sounds like you've had a quiet day, and that's awesome. That almost worked. That brute force tactic very nearly worked. Well, yeah, exactly. They're deciding to get absolutely terrible. I don't know what's up with them at the moment. They've completely done so many things that make no sense. I had to take damage then. It was the only way I could get him to come out of his shell and fight me. I couldn't get him to appear otherwise, which is really frustrating.
You can get to the other side if you use the blocks wisely.
Yeah. We've got ourselves an annoying puzzle section here, people. I don't think you're supposed to do it that way, but I don't really care, it works. God, this is frustrating. A checkpoint! Oh my god, we found a checkpoint! Oh, thank God for that! Oh, that was enough to kill me. That's annoying. That's frustrating. That's really, really frustrating. So I'm going to take a quick stop for a coffee break. As for how were the past levels of this game, Aris the Jap, they were okay until this final part. Quite annoying, but it was still tough. You're taking your work laptop and your beagle and gone to bed. I don't really blame you, to be honest, Fabian. Sounds like a good evening to me. I just thought I'd bullet spam them. I thought I'd do something a bit counterintuitive and it seemed to work.
Great, Eggman. There should be a security door somewhere in this room.
Oh, come on, I was on the platform. That's frustrating. I was actually on the platform. Oh, it's fell short again. Damn it. Why do we need a puzzle section in the middle of this? Why do we need that? They made this really, really hard. That's the end. That's dead. That's dead. That's level over. We're gonna have to start again. We're gonna have to start again on this one, unfortunately. That's the end. I am tempted to quickly try and do some life grinding, but we'll give it a try one more time. Yeah. We all heard the thing at the start of the stream, so we'll skip Amy's speech this time. I'm going to turn my heating off in a second, actually, as well. See if that's going to make me focus a bit better. Unfortunately, there wasn't much I could do about that one.
System alert. System alert. The intruder has reached the system area. Initiate debug program.
I say, I mean, the thing about WWE Ashton Jacket, it's been going down the toilet for a long, long time anyway. It's been shallow itself for years. I can't hit that enemy without taking damage. Every time I want to hit him, I always have to take damage. It's so cheap. Its AI is designed in a way that there's no pattern to it. Because by the time it sticks its thing out, you don't get tentacled to death. It's a really cheap enemy, and I hate cheap enemies. Almost as much as cheap platform movements like that one. But hey ho, not much you can do with that one.
System alert.
Went too far forward, fell off the edge, instant death. Which is realistic. You don't like it stay up too long, are you? I'm trying to see if I can use the manual missiles to get rid of him, but you can't. That's another problem I have with this. The enemies with shields, you can't do anything to aim around them. You can't aim lower or anything. Or at least when I was trying it wasn't working. Now that could be because of the controller I'm using, but I doubt it. Don't make sense. Plus I gotta say, I hate these levels in general. They're so bad to play. You see, how are you supposed to avoid that? Even if you do that, you get hit. That is the cheapest enemy in the game. It's not the bosses that are cheap, it's that enemy. That enemy is the cheapest enemy in the game. It's like you should be able to get an armor-piercing shot by having such a combo or something, but you don't. There should be an armor-piercing upgrade that costs rings or something. Okay, fine. Don't select the stop time thing. Yeah, don't aim for it. I'm not messing around it. That's right. Die. Take your tentacles and shove them up your butt. Done. No, you don't want that on the back of a t-shirt, Evian. You wear that at an anime con, they'll think you're a fan of a certain type of anime. And I don't believe you would be. Yeah, the only way you can hit them is by waiting for them to try and shoot you. So the ones with the shields, you literally have to do something you shouldn't really do, which is wait around. The whole point of this game is to go fast. So I don't see the point in waiting around. Even though I'm in a tank, I don't want to be in one area for too short a time. See that enemy again. So it wasn't for the ability to... yeah, that's another reason, Avian. I didn't want to mention their name, but you raise a good point. Yeah, see, they won't attack me. See, that's the problem. You can't hit them. You can't hit those enemies. There's no way to hit them. They won't attack you until you're up close, but by that point you get knocked off the platform. So I know a lot of people who've not even finished this stage. A lot of people have given up on it, and I can understand why. Because it is just so badly designed. It's actually unfair. It's one of the cheapest levels I've seen in a platform game in a long, long time. It's up there with many of the cheap levels from Crash. See, you can't hit them. There's nothing you can do. They just block it every time. And if you wait, it's like, okay, let's wait around. Pull your guns out and attack me. Come on, I'm right here. I'm an easy target. Come on, I'm a pinata hanging up. Don't you want the candy? Come on. Come on, hit me. Even the stormtrooper could hit me from here. Come on. Bring it. Come on, shoot me. But they don't do it, they just because the AI is programmed you have to be on the shelf. Well, by the time you do, you get knocked off. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm actually punching him. But that was the only way to get through there. The only way through was to be up close. Well, it don't make sense because you can't get close to them because of the platform. I don't mind it being a challenge because it's the final level of the game. I don't mind that. It's not an issue to be a challenge. It being a challenge isn't the problem. The problem is when it's, as I say, it's kind of like fake challenge. Right, what's the platform pattern here? Let's keep an eye on it. Oh, I was high enough after all. Okay, he didn't aim for it then. He didn't do what I expected him to do. I might have just got away with it. Believe it or not. And then we got to a checkpoint. Okay. We didn't even have to bother to learn the pattern that time. That's good. This is where we did the platform fell away. And this is where essentially the best way down is to go quickly. Or as quickly as the game will let you. This reminds me of an old puzzle platformer called Exhumed, aka Power Slave for those of you in North America. And there was a room like this where you had to essentially try and like navigate beams. Oh, that still fell short. Oh, well, I mean, that could have been worse. Hitting that medical charge then helped me out. Okay, that's not ideal. Oh, God, now we're back here again.
Great, Eggman. There should be a security door somewhere in this room.
Oh, come on! That's frustrating. And now I've not got any rings. Because I've not got any rings, I've got no way of surviving here. Don't think. Yeah, so that's not exactly fair, that level, but hey ho, not much you can really do.
Door somewhere in this room.
Breathe, we got through. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Also, good evening, Fiona. Yes, so unfortunately I was too busy setting up my stream, but I'm glad that you got something out of your chat. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Oh, now I'll play this.
Switch in the dome to drain the liquid out of the core.
This must be the switch to drain the water. But first, you have to open this capsule.
Great, so now I'm playing the Rouge levels. Still, we've made it forward. The problem is, if you've noticed, lives don't reset. So I may have to do some life grinding here somehow. Question. No, can't get on that. Okay. What about those mysterious portal balls? Can I get on those? I wonder. No. Yeah, you can't get through. There's no damage for diving at it, but you don't get damage at least, so that's useful.
Must be the switch to drain the water. But first, you
hold
have
on.
to open this capsule.
Right, okay. I thought that was something I could grab onto, but I can't. Ah, hang on. Right, so that's where I've got to go next. So how do I get in there? That's the next question. Ah, that's helpful. Alright, here we go. Progress. We're making progress. Head to Tails. Well, Tails or Eggman. Now, the question is... Aha! Right, so that stops time. So the question... Oh, what the hell? Oh, falling down, that's really frustrating. Okay, over here. Let's try that again. So there's something to do with the time. The question is, what do I do with it? That's the key question. Excellent. Okay, we're up again. Right, the question is, now that I've stopped time, no, it's not about drilling down there. I thought it might have been. Alright, what's the point? This looks like some kind of timing puzzle, but I'm just not sure what I'm looking for. If you know what I mean. Not having to look forward to looking forward to not getting up. That's something I've got a long wait for, unfortunately. I don't know what you're doing there, Rouge, but you can't stop it. It's meant to be a family stream. Family stream? One of my streams? Ah, as if. My question is, can I climb that stalactite? Oh, then I think Big the Cat might be up there, believe it or not. Yep, there's Big. Right, so I can climb up this. But what is the point? I don't see the point. What, apart from seeing the nice little Easter egg of Big up here. Doggy, where are you? Oh. Right, so time has stopped. What do I do with it? Will that let me go through that waterfall, I wonder? I'm going to try it. I might as well, I've got nothing else to do because there's no other way obvious that I can see. So I might as well try something. And so this is where, like in the original Sonic adventure, when you were playing as Knuckles, you'd have like T. Carl basically say to you, if you can get up here, you'll find something, and it'll give you all the... She gave you nice little hints. Omochow doesn't do the same thing at all. He just seems to tell you rather useless information. Which is rather infuriating, to say the least. Where are we going next? One of these. Let's go this way. Oh, bugger. That's annoying. Haha. Okay, I see you. And then we're going back this way. Ha ha ha! Right, we had progress at least. Okay, so we're inside the battery zone. Ah, we can climb on the walls here at least. This is awkward. What we've got to do is we've got to time this. too trigger happy then. Okay, so how the hell do I do that? That's the question. That's the next question. And Avian, don't feel old. I want to know what the hell this shit is too. Oh, well, that's kind of helpful. Cover off you. Oh, fuck!
Switch in the dome. Drain the liquid out of the core.
Right, I think I'm going to have to go life farming. I think it's the only way we're going to be able to get through this. I think we'll need to do some life farming, which I'd really rather not have to do, but I get the feeling if I don't do it, we're going to be stuck here all night. We're not going to make it. Because it's one of those levels, this, where there's just not enough power-ups. There's not enough rings, there's not enough, like, clues. There's not enough... Basically, there's not enough of a learning curve. Yeah, I get it, it's the final level. I dig that. Don't get me wrong, I expect it to be a challenge at the final level. But it should be balanced. Like, it should, like, for example, if you fail as Rouge, when you next continue, you should start as Rouge, but I don't know if it does that because I've yet to play it, have I? I might be preaching about something that actually happened, so let's wait and see. I'm not expecting much though. I'm really not expecting it. I'm expecting it where you have to do the whole thing in one shot, which, as I say, it's just not very balanced. Especially when there's precision platforming like that and the camera does not help. I said it before, you should be able to lock the camera. At least that way I know how to do it, so that's good. So I can't do live farming off screen, Fiona, because I've already started the stream. I'm not stopping the stream. I am refusing to do that. I am refusing to stop the stream. You're not attacking me this time, pal.
Good job. Hurry. Throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Mike, what's with the whistling? That I don't understand. You know what I was doing then? I was reaching for a second analog controller. You know, like in a second analog stick. I'm like, right, oh. See, this is the problem, I can't lock the camera. If I could lock the camera, then I knew where I was going. Fine, we're going this way. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to stop this. and then stop time on the other side. I'm sorry, but that's just too much to ask. That is too much to ask. Again, it's not balanced. There should be a checkpoint. That was me going too low. That nothing. That. Okay, I've survived for now. Can I get through behind that? I might be able to. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like getting the timing for stopping time here is almost impossible. Because the perspective is just in a really awkward spot. Oh, come on! That is way too tight timing. The timing for that is too tight. Basically, it's one of those, if you miss it with invulnerability, you're screwed. The timing for that is so unbelievably tight. I'm all for a game having a challenging final stage. I'm all for that. But I want it to be a balanced challenge. Even contest. See, what was I supposed to do then? I couldn't get there any faster. I've got an idea. I'm making it more difficult for no reason. I just realised something. Next time we get to that, I know what we need to do. Now, this is where I test my theory. I reckon this is going to reset us at the Eggman and Tails stage. I don't think it's going to reset us where we should go. Hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Yep, there's Amy giving us a synopsis. I bet you now it's going to be Tails. I bet you it's going to be Tails. I bet you that's where it's going to be.
System alert.
Told you.
System alert.
I told you. So, we'll do this one more time. If this doesn't work, then what we will do is we will live farm going back to the very first level. And you'll watch me do that, well, 10 times. At least you'll see some different routes. Potentially. Maybe. That was poor. That was really sloppy. There was no one to blame for that but me. Yeah, that's what happens when you walk into a robot. And you get hit. See, this is the problem. That's what I mean. Those tentacles, you can't get anywhere near them.
System alert. The intruder has breached the system area. Initiate debug program.
But this is the problem. Is like, I get that the system's trying to keep us out. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I understand why the challenge is there. I understand the challenge being there. But for me, it's like, why can't we have a fairer challenge?
Okay.
I mean, I don't think... Yeah, I can't go back. If I could go back and stop time, I'd try and do that. See, that tentacle then, there was nothing I could do. I jumped up and it still hit me. That's what I mean. How are you supposed to hit it? Okay, fine. Cower in the shadows if you want to be a bunch of cowards. It'd be nice if shooting all the enemies like that got your rings. It'd be nice if you got you got health back. It'd be nice if there was actually a tangible benefit to doing loads of combos for shooting. But as it stands, you don't really get any benefit to it apart from score. Now that might well be something that gets you better rank, possibly. Right, evidently, the best way to beat them, which is not that intuitive, is to actually just rush at them. So you can punch them. The only way that makes sense. Which is interesting to say the least. There we go, that's the Tails one done. Have I got any plans for future platformers, Avian? Well, I've already said that I want to do Sonic 06 as a house stream. I want to see how bad that is. And I am tempted to try some of the other platformers from this generation I never played. Like, I am tempted to maybe go back and do some of the PS2 Crash Bandicoot games that weren't ported. Like Twin Sanity, for example. I'm tempted to potentially do that. I'm also tempted to do some of the more indie platformers, like Braid, for instance. I've seen a video of that recently. So I do like certain things, and also later on this year, it turns out it's going to be the 15th anniversary of the game Mirror's Edge. So I'm going to do that as a stream on its anniversary day. That'll be in September. But I mean, I do like. I've found some of the levels in the platformer games okay. I have found some problems with them too. Don't get me wrong. Like those enemies there, for instance. But in general, I've actually enjoyed some of the... When you actually get through them and defeat the challenges, there is actually quite a good sense of accomplishment. I managed to trick him into attacking me, and that was enough. Go away, you. I don't want anything to do with you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get this right. That's a bit of a cheat, that one, but it's worked. Bits Runner, I can't say I have Avian, no. What's it like? Can you give me any more information? Why wouldn't the door open? The door wouldn't open then. The door didn't open. The door shut and wouldn't open when I was near it. That is really cheap. That's insanely cheap. That was a really cheap death. That should not have happened. That was the game being cheap. That should punch through his shield, but it doesn't. That's the problem, you can't damage the enemies. Up close, doesn't work. From distance, doesn't work. You should have an armor-piercing weapon you can use rings for to balance the game out. There should be an armor-piercing upgrade. Now, for all I know, there's like a hidden one that I've missed. But if that's the case, that's really cheap as well, because you're not supposed, how are you supposed to do it without knowing? And yes, rings do at least get your health back, but only a little bit. They don't do enough. Okay, fine. Don't attack him when you're right next to him. Don't save your own skin. Don't safeguard your health. Kill yourself. That's fine. Be like that, Eggman. Don't do as I tell you. This part's technically a speed strategy. What the? I don't know why he did that. I have no idea why. For some reason he stopped floating. And he shouldn't have done. I don't know what happened then. Yep, spam the freeze time. Spam it as much as possible. Do not play fair, because the game doesn't play fair either, so why should I? I'm supposed to go slow here to give you a chance, but I'm not doing that. Yep, that'll do. Full health. I'll set for that. Okay. Now for this room again.
Great, Eggman. There should be a security door somewhere in this room.
There we go. That's the way to do it. Get around it. Awesome. Now we're back at this annoying level. But at least we know the way to do it. I think part of the problem is the camera control is just awful. And it constantly... It should stay behind your character. It should have like a fixed perspective. Or a button to fix the perspective. Because using the shoulder buttons is just not accurate at all. If you use a second analog stick, which obviously the Dreamcast doesn't have, but if you have a second analog stick, you can actually control exactly how much you want to use in terms of turning your camera around. We played quite a few of the indie games actually, to be fair. We played like the weird Persona 3 mod, which was awesome actually. It was so much fun. It was hard, but it was fun. Can I get through that? Yes, I can. That's useful. Sparty, I've never even heard of Sparty the Electric Jester. That sounds like an interesting title, to say the least. I've had an idea for this. I know that's dangerous, me having ideas, but I've come up with one. Oh, fucking hell, stick grab on the wall! Get on there! Oh, for fuck! I hate this mechanic! Oh, I never couldn't see the springboard! This level is absolute nonsense! Half the time you're failing because of camera problems. You can't see what you're doing half the time. Honestly, this is like one of the cheapest game runs I've ever seen. This is cheap as anything. I think I know why now they had the battle version of this game. I reckon they made some rebalances. Because this is not balanced at all. This is just cheap. It's a challenge, but it's not fair challenge. It's not fair at all. Because you can't... Half the problem is that you can't see what you're doing. And you're expected to get like really precise gaps. Like that one where you need to have a certain amount of time to get through here. Okay, let me take control then. See, can't see the enemy. I couldn't see him. See, this is the problem. If you can't see what you're supposed to do. That's right, push me out, it's fine.
System alert. System alert. Energy core save program terminated. Self-repair program initializing.
So that's the Rouge level done at least. We now know how to do that one. So the question is, how bad is the Knuckles one?
Knuckles, can you hear me? The mass signal yours through the core should be in front of you. Find the switch that opens the door.
There was absolutely no way I was missing out on that. There was no way I was missing out on that extra life.
The switch to the security lock is located somewhere down there.
So it's somewhere down there after all. Always take care of him. Definitely needed that. Right, so somewhere down here, we need to go down here to find the switch. For now, we've got main issue here is air. Come on, Jet. Yes, some nightmare fuel for you all as you hear that horrible music again. Not an idea, actually.
To the security lock is located somewhere down there.
Just punch it through. Just punch the door. So unfortunately, if I had Tails on it, I'd be able to fly up there, but I can't. It's Knuckles, there's no way to do it. So I can't fly up there, which is a pain. Oh, there's an air bubble there. dead. Nothing I can do. Unless I get very lucky.
Knuckles, can you hear me? The last security door through the core should be in front of you. Find the switch that opens the door.
Yeah, about that Eggman. It's somewhere underwater and we don't have access to an aqua lung. Ah, there's another way down there, I've just seen. At least it looks like it. First of all, where's that air bubble gone? No, you can't get on that. Okay. It'd help if there was some kind of radar to use, but there isn't. So if there's a switch down here, I've no idea where it is. There's no way it's back down on the other side. Surely not. And I'd say on the previous levels we had the radar, didn't we? But here, we've got absolutely nothing. We are told very much a case of, sorry pal, this time you're on your own. The good thing is I'm finding air bubbles, so I'm wondering if any of these pillars have it on top. That's the stop time button, but I don't know what the point of stopping time is. I'm absolutely flummoxed. Unless there's a way to open these laser doors, and that's what that's telling me. Because there are rings behind that. So the question is, how do you activate it? Hold on. Bleeding right up above me. If I go into the camera mode from down below, you can actually see a handle in the ceiling. You know, like an elevation handle. But you can't get to it. You keep saying, Omachild's saying that it's somewhere down here. But I don't see any switch apart from the time switch. Yeah, there's no way through there. And you can't just smash that, unfortunately. Let's say he just says it's down.
The security lock is located somewhere down there.
Right, great. Where? Because there's no clues. There's no information. I can see why people got frustrated with this model. I really can, because there's literally nowhere to go. It's weird. You say this is nerve-wracking, do you feel? You try being in my shoes. Try being in the hot seat. There we go. Thank you. Let's get rid of the nasty psychotic music. So apparently there's a switch somewhere. The only place I can think of would be down in here, but we went down here as Rouge, if you remember. And there's nowhere. There was literally nowhere down this way. So if there's nowhere, then that's not going to help. Get the air bubble. Get the air bubble. Now that's nerve-wracking when the camera won't do as you tell it to. That's one way to find this a tricky challenge, to say the least. I'm just keeping an eye to see if any of these pillars have now got... But the only thing I can think of is that there, but I don't know how to activate it. We've got plenty of time, we'll be out. I wasn't afraid of that. You say you never played the old Sonic. I don't remember Blackwater City Sewers, but I know quite a lot of the games like, obviously there was Aquatic Ruin in Sonic 2, that was a nightmare. There was the Chemical Plant Zone as well in Sonic 2. If you got stuck on the water there, you really were screwed. You also had in Sonic 1 the dreaded Labyrinth Zone, which was really bad. Flashbacks for anyone who played that game as a kid. And I'm trying to think of other ones. There's loads of levels like that where water is the absolute decimation. I mean, to be fair, an anthropomorphic hedgehog who's designed to go fast isn't really designed for going around at speed, sludging around in sewers or in chemical tanks like this. So I don't understand why. Don't get me wrong. The issue I've got here is I just don't see anywhere to go. It's getting to the point where I might have to look up an FAQ for it. It's like find the switch. Oh, give me a clue as to where the switch is and I'll get it, but I'm not seeing anything. And the one side route here, you can't go down. You can't go down there. I say when I went through here before, yes, I found the way down, but I certainly didn't see a way to get there. Yeah, no good. I'm gonna die here. It's definitely not this way, it can't be. Oh, so close to clutching it.
Knuckles, can you hear me? The last security room through the core should be in front of you. Find the switch that opens the door.
Seriously, this is like one nasty level. I'd say, like, I wouldn't mind if there was some kind of clues, but like, there's nothing to do, unless I'm being really absolutely blind. I'm missing something. The question is what? I mean, it's none of these random lights on the wall here like Hal's Eye. No, better go to the surface. Better surface. Yeah, by floating back up, I was able to carry on. If it's in Ratchet and Clank, Fiona, I want to have played Ratchet and Clank, so I can't comment on Ratchet and Clank. I haven't played them. And unfortunately, even though they're on the PS Plus Premium, they're impossible to play thanks to lag. Because PS3 streaming, shock to horrors, does not work very well. What the hell? What just shot me? What just shot me? It's like an enemy just shot me, but I didn't see any enemies down here. Where did you come from? Right, I'm wondering, is this enemy up here? Makes absolutely no sense because I've been nowhere near him, but that's the only difference between these levels that I've done today. There's no other reason for that enemy to be here. Yeah, I've got to say, while I like some elements of this game, it is absolutely no good compared to Sonic Adventure 1. The game's balance is wrong, the characters aren't as interesting, the story is very, very weird, and the level design, I'm sorry to say, is absolutely abhorrent. Right, the only thing I can think of is going through here, but there's nothing here. Apart from death. Let's resurface, get some art. I mean, I'm going to try and go through those lasers just to see if being underwater somehow makes a difference. I might as well try it. I might as well give it a shot. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. If anything, all it's going to do is get me ring damage. Yeah, so it's definitely not there. Definitely not. Something tells me I've got to do something to activate that. But the problem is I just don't know what. I'm absolutely flummoxed. And even if he stopped time, I mean, could that be the answer? I mean, it makes sense, I suppose. Right, which way is it? That direction over there. Okay, let's go. No, it's not. I thought that maybe stopping time there would let me go through, but apparently not. It is also annoying that they brought that really stress-inducing drowning music back, because the drowning music is just something else. For anyone who played the classic games, it was like the ultimate horror moment. Your era's like, 8 or 10 years old, and all of a sudden the game starts going, and then yes, I don't have flashbacks from my time as a child when I was playing on the Mega Drive, kids. No. It's not hurt me in any way. It's not scarred me in any way mentally for life. Tell you what, we're on our last life, so we might as well have some fun with it. Because it is faster to swim. Let's see if this works. No, that's it, dead. This is death. So, I don't know if that level's even possible to beat. I really don't know. What I am going to do is very, very quickly turn off my heating. So back in a moment, and then I'm going to try and figure out what I'm supposed to do. Right, sorry about that, people. Yes, at least I don't have to go far to do the old heating switch. Right. That's a coffee break. I'm going to very quickly go back and get some lives. I'm going to try and do some grinding. So let's go and play a classic level for just a moment to take a very, very quick break. See if we can get some lives to carry back into the main game. It is annoying when games force you to kind of do that rather than by essentially tracking your progress. Like, if you get through as Tails, you carry on as Eggman, and then you can reload at Eggman. And now we're in copyright hell, I just realised. By choosing this level, I put us in copyright hell. Oh well. Oh, well, that's screwed my jump. I'm not going to get the bonus now. Nice 180 though. Oh, that was a rubbish jump. Yeah, get out of here. You damn tramp. Take a quick attempting relax route, which will actually end up being probably the most stressed I've been for hours, probably. Like, this game recently featured on a list by Outside Xbox as, like, games where the first levels are the best part, so you can essentially forget about the rest of the game. I always thought it was a harsh review, but having played this game, I do kind of see where they're coming from. You like the reaction first time I played this level? Let's say it was a cool way to start a game. It was a really interesting idea. I also realised very quickly that this game wasn't messing around with the difficulty. Go on Emerald Coast and it's quite a nice relaxing oasis of a level. You come here, oh no 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 no. You are straight in with the sharks and you're going to like it. Oh, missed the speed bump, that's not very clever. You can see we're now back to 5 lives, so I'm hoping to basically do this a couple of times. Just to get a few more lives to play with. Oh, that's not work. Oh, okay, that'll do. Not the way I was aiming to go up there, but I'll take it anyway. There we go. And how they say that this is the speed of sound, really? Let's be honest here. I am being a bit slower than the speed of sound. About 300 miles an hour slower. Maybe 400 miles an hour slower. And here we go, it's the Truck of Death. I still don't understand what engine is in that truck. What kind of engine has it got to keep up with Sonic? In fact, I saw a video recently, thanks to Queen, I got sent it offline, where basically someone had edited the conversation between Amy and Sonic. As if, like, you know, she was trying to become his Harley Quinn and he was the Joker. It actually made me laugh a lot. Even as an Amy fan, I'm like, nah, she's yarded enough to want to do it.
Yes!
You're saying you don't want me to stream Balan Wonderland, Fiona? Why? What's the reason?
Just made it.
Rank C, it's nothing special, but we'll take it. Yeah, you say it looks mad, this part of the game. This was the reason you played it over and over, Avian. I think the other reason is that it's one of the few levels in this game that's actually quite enjoyable repeatedly. Metal Island's quite good as well, actually. Metal Island was alright. I'd say this level's not quite as cheap as some of the other ones, and I'd say the only reason we're here is just to very quickly try and get a few more lives. I'm not going to do a Dark Side film and play for like 3 hours grinding. Says the guy who did 3 hours of grinding on Persona 5 Royal when he was always in Mementos, but we ignore that. That didn't happen. You've all been Jedi. That didn't happen. That's not in the archives. You can't watch that in the replays. Oh no 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 no. Oh yeah, well, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. But unfortunately, it took me too fast into the wall, so I went from awesome to awful. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that worked. Have I got enough speed to get up here? I do! Oh, but I missed the bleeding power-up. Because I'm an idiot. Nope, that's not worked. Here we go, let's keep going. I don't know what kind of jump that was, but it looks awesome. No, I missed the power-up again. Chow in Space, I'm not quite sure what kind of movie that is or who directed it. A young Steven Spielberg. Yay, another extra life. Awesome. That's brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't realise that was a power-up that was there. I'm happy with that. That's brilliant. Oh, I went to see what was down there. See if there's anything special like a power-up, but not this time. Oh, right, you say the demo of Balan Wonderland put you to sleep. Well, I've never even heard of the game, so I don't have anything to say on the matter. Oh, I missed the invincibility. But the crucial thing is, I've got the better route to get across there. Much better route. Oh, I missed the rail. Get on the rail. I don't understand the rail mechanics. Sometimes you nail it straight away, and other times you miss it by millimeters and you go off. It's a nice idea, but it would have been nice if, like in Tony Hawk game, you could press a button and land on the rail. It's like, here, what do we have to do to get on the rail? How are you supposed to do that at like 300 miles an hour? You know, they could have made that a bit better. Nice idea, they just kind of got it wrong. Still, we're here again, and we're going to get another... We might be able to get another life. It depends on whether we're finding any rings in the middle of the race. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, what the... I got rear-ended but didn't lose any rings or anything. I'm surprised. I don't know how I got away with that. I'm not complaining, no. It'll do. Yay, an extra life. Just about clutched it. Awesome. Do this one more time. And with any luck, that'll put us into a double figures and make things a little... potentially a little easier.
Just made it.
Yeah, if you're here to watch someone cane this game, you're in the wrong place. Truly the wrong place.
Stage select.
Anyone who watched the Crash streams will know I don't cane platformers. It doesn't happen. I mean, luckily this is like I'm not monetized, so I don't have to worry about the copyright as much, so long as it's not a strike. If you get a copyright strike, that's a major problem. Most people don't really go for copyright strikes, to be fair. You have to really do something bad, like something that's literally been banned from broadcast or something like that. Or I think streamers have been hit in the past by Atlas for Persona 5 when it was new out. But there were really strict guidelines for streaming on that game, and they kind of loosened up when they realised just how much backlash they were getting. I think, ironically, I think the Danganronpa games had that problem. They started once again making it so that no one can stream after Chapter 1. So people can't play that game on stream anymore, which is kind of defeatist, because it was the online forums that made that series popular. I think it was Neoseeker or someone like that that first debuted Danganronpa in the West. Via a forum let's play using still photos. Yes, they were once a thing, people.
Here we go.
Alright, well, I'll take your thing as advice then and ignore it like the plague, I guess. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of hard to avoid anything like the plague with how many people broke the COVID guidelines. Cheap shot, I know, but I was going to go for it anyway.
Here we go.
Out of my way. See what I mean? Sometimes you nail the transitions with ease, and other times you fall off like that, and it's like, what's the rules? It's like, you can't use your homing attack to get on it. I love how the ringers can't keep up. There's another life, that's good. Right, by doing this I've got us into double figures for lives. Yeah, big, run as fast as you can, that truck's not coming for you. Right. Yes! Now let's try and go back into the final stage. Now that I've done a little bit of a coffee break and I've cooled down a bit, let's try and get back into these annoying missions.
Too easy. Piece of cake.
Apparently that was good enough for a rank B. I don't know what I did better or worse then, but I'll take it. It's good.
Select.
So.
Story select.
Let's go back in. I've listened to Amy before, so while I like Amy a lot, let's get into the main canon game. And we'll try again to get towards the core. We will try again. Try again.
System alert. System alert. The intruder has breached the system area. Initiate debug program.
I think I managed to freeze time then, using them through the doors.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I thought he could stay on the ledge, but he didn't. That's annoying.
System alert.
It doesn't help. I was getting some issues with the controls then. Knock it off, you. Oh no, I wanted to avoid that. Unfortunately, that's going to be death again. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh. 2 lives down.
System alert. The intruder has breached the system area. Initiate debug program.
Okay.
Unlike with Eggman, I don't think you can just attack with the punches with Tails. It's really frustrating. Oh, that's no good. There we go, that'll do.
There should be a security door somewhere in the room. You'll need to destroy it.
Oh, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Oh, that's cheap as anything! These controls absolutely suck! So, I mean, the controls just absolutely... They blow chunks! Right, I'm cheating. I'm constantly stopping time as a way to avoid the issue. There. Managed it. Phew! Now, Little Nightmares. I've heard about that, Avian, but I don't know if it's my kind of game. I mean, obviously, you know, games are different for everybody, so... As I say, I mean, I like the occasional platform game. I've found a few of them great fun. Others, not so fun, as you can attest tonight with the Sonic Adventure 2 finale. Still, I'm actually very grateful for one thing. I found out recently that this game, on certain builds, is actually impossible. Do you know the build we just took off and took control of Eggman now? there's some builds of the game where it actually doesn't work and you fall straight through the floor. So you literally start the level and you just die straight away. And there's some builds of this game where that happens. So at least my version of the game works. As annoying as it is, at least it actually works. Oh, I don't know how... I don't know why the other one was dead. He didn't spawn for some reason. I'm not complaining, I just don't know why. I mean, I'll take it. You know, it's like it's useful to know, but it still doesn't make any sense. Oh, he didn't shoot the. He didn't shoot the fucking thing. He didn't shoot the, you know, the stop time switch. Luckily, I managed to get away with it for now, but I need to make sure that I'm through this door. Yep, spam it. Spam stop time. Let's stop time as much as we can. Die, you mother... That enemy just would not die no matter how many times I hit it! And again, that's cheap! Fortunately, I'm going to be cheap as well. There we go. No, as I say, it's like with RPGs, Fiona. There's some RPGs I can't stand. I love JRPGs, but there's some I really don't like. The only advantage I can see is it seems that your ring count carries over. If you can manage to avoid taking damage, you can accrue a life that way. I'm not quite sure what happened then. I'm not going to be too complaining about not taking any damage though. Right, so, time to climb. As I say, there's plenty of racing games I don't like, Fiona. The one that I've got the biggest problem with at the moment is Gran Turismo 7. I think that is the biggest disappointment in the world. One of the worst games I've ever played. I put over 200 hours into it and it's a game that's not even 10% finished. Has all the content potentially on offer in the world, but it gatekeeps it behind a load of nonsense that you don't want to have anything to do with. Oh, bollocks. I just realised what happened then, never mind. Yes, there is an emergency switch. I'll find it. And I know where I've got to go. I've just got to get it done right. And this time I got it wrong. And that's okay. That was down to me. That wasn't down to the game. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. I hold my hands up. Most of the time. Most of the time. Right. So, we'll start with you, I believe. Yep, thank you very much. Back this way, okay. Excellent. I actually look like I know what I'm doing here. it's a lie. I really don't. It's like, you know the portal meme, the cake is a lie? Yeah, in my case, it's the skill is a lie. I might be able to get past it. Oh, what did I do that for? Answer, because I'm an idiot. The hell? I can't see what the hell I'm... See what I mean about the camera? I could not see what the hell I was doing. How am I supposed to do anything if I can't see where I'm going?
Good job. Hurry. Throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Seriously, why does the camera in 3D platformers have to suck so much? Why can't they just make a camera that fucking works? So, we've now made it back here. We now need to try and find this mystery switch. This is where the problems begin. Where do we find that switch? I mean, I've got a switch down on my dock down there, but you can't see it, but that's another point. I've got it on my consoles down there.
Can you hear me? The last security door to the core should be in front of you. Find the switch that opens the door.
I mean, I would show off my setup, but I don't think there's much to show off because it's actually not the best setup in the world when you think about it. It's better than people who hang the ceiling lights upside down for whatever reason, so they can plug them in and keep cables off the floors. I'd much rather have a load of cables on the floor than like my lights hanging from the ceiling. Oh, hang on, I'm being shot at. I don't like being shot at when I'm underwater on limited air. It's rather stressful. I don't think anyone likes to be shot at. It's like that old movie, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Like, can everyone please stop getting shot? Or in this case, can everyone please stop getting tentacle whipped? Oh wait, that's something else entirely. Don't Google that, kids. Please don't. Please don't Google that. If you Google that, it will take you to a place you definitely do not want to go. Same as Sonic fan art. Yes, Avian, it's a cheap shot. No, I'm still taking it. There we go. Right, so the big question is, where is this missing switch? Because that's the key. Now, I can still stop time, but by the time I do anything in the up world, it's not going to make much difference from what I can see. Like, out of curiosity, let's stop time and then go up to the top by floating. Yeah, it's not done anything up here. It's definitely not done a thing up here. So wherever this switch is... Yes. You say it's NC-17. I don't think it's even that. I think it's AO. I think it's adults only. Sonic fan art is a whole other rabbit hole. And no, I'm not doing a Swish Reacts to Sonic fan art stream. That's not happening. Before you even think of suggesting it, it's not happening. Well, it kept saying it was down there, not up there. So it definitely suggested it's down here somewhere. But there is no switch. And the only place I can see is through that place we went through as Rouge. But the problem with that is there's no air there. By the time you get down to that side, you die. Because you see, if I go to the door on this side, this one here, if I find an air pocket, for example, let's say if I get this air here, if I try and go through here, I bet you I'm going to be dead. I'm going to try it anyway, just to rule it out. Just in case there's a new way through, but I can't see it. Especially when you do that, and you screw it up. Yeah, that's death. So if there's any way through there, it's not that. So it's definitely not down there, it can't be, because there's not enough air. Okay, so you're both saying to look up. If I go and talk to Oma Chow though, listen.
The switch to the security lock is located somewhere down there.
So I mean, so Oma Chow is pointed to it being somewhere down there. Now there are places up, but unfortunately I can't climb to them because there's no way to reach them. If I walk upwards here, for example, you can see there's slots in the ceiling with access points, but I can't get to them. The only place I can go at the moment is down. There is nowhere else. But the issue I've got is there's nothing here. There is literally no room. Now I'm being shot at. Well, this seems to suggest you go through here. Oh, bollocks. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the place that I tried before. Yeah, it is. It's definitely not there. So this is the issue I have. It's crazy. You say the red doors can you go lower? Well, there's no red doors, it's just like a red thing, and this one here, if I try and go down, I just get spat back up again. So it's not that. It can't be that. It's not that. I mean, this is just really obtuse. If there is a way to go, I'm not seeing it. And if there's a switch, I'm not seeing it. The only thing I'm seeing is this stop time, but what's the point? Because there's nothing to do. You stop time, and by the time you can do anything, you're already at the edge of things. I'm honestly at a complete loss. I'm completely and utterly lost. There is literally no clues anywhere. There's nothing. It's like you can't get up there either, unfortunately. So you can't like use it to go there. So the issue I have is there literally is nowhere to go. Well, I tell a lie, there is somewhere to go, but I can't do it. what I'm talking about, of course, is the laser room there, but you can't get through it because there's no switch for it. As Rouge, we had a clear switch to go for, and a clear route to climb. But here, there is literally nothing. I won't mind, but there's not even been a hint, there's not been anything to suggest, well, you know, like, there's a switch somewhere around here coming down at a certain level, you know what I mean? And again, let's go back to Sonic Adventure 1. If you were playing a level and not making progress, Tikal's thing will appear and give you some direction. Why did they take that out? I am literally stuck now because there's nowhere to go. And I'm sorry for all you people watching at the moment, because this must be boring as all hell. And I don't blame you for being bored, because I'm getting bored. I'm really getting bored playing this, because I can't go anywhere. There's nowhere to progress. Unless I'm being an absolute moron, which isn't beyond the bounds of possibility. This is me we're talking about. But I'm literally not seeing anything. Even if I let the time thing there, it will not get me past these lasers. I've had it. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm finding out where I'm going wrong, because there's something I'm missing. I'm actually doing this, people. I'm holding my hands up. I'm googling it. I've had enough. I am fed up of struggling to understand where the hell I'm supposed to go. Now, if it's something really obvious, that's fine. I'll own up for missing it. Apparently you need something called the air necklace. So where the hell's that? Where do you find that? I apologise to this people, but I'm trying to find out where it is. But apparently you need a power-up. You need a power-up which there's no FAQ, there's no information to tell you, and it's done. Right. Get on there, get on there. Right. Ah, right. Well, at least that's something. The laser. I jumped up here and I didn't see that before. At least we can get this way. Sorry, but that's just like that. There should be. There's no kind of clue to it whatsoever. There should be a clue to that. There should be something that tells you that's the effect. I wouldn't mind, but the actual thing for that is awful. Ah, so that deactivates those. I did say those upstairs, up areas would have been important. So if you need the air necklace, then I'm screwed, because it's on. I don't think it's on this level. And if that's the case, well, where the hell do I get it from? Where's the area? I don't need to stop time though, I just realised. I got too into the whole, like, stopping time using the lasers thing. What the hell? Oh, come on!
Power the switch on radar. Security doors control switch is accessible from the waterway. Over there.
Oh, at least I found another route, but where's the... Ah, what's that? I see a stop time. Oh, we'll switch that.
Stopping time might solve the longer
That makes sense. Yeah, this would be much easier with the if it's like that power up allows you to breathe underwater, then that would definitely make it here much quicker. Come on.
It's over. Knuckles, can you hear me? The last security door through the core
This is a bit nonsensical, this. And again, this is one of those points where there's like, it gives you the chance to go back and get something, but it'd be nice if there was some kind of FAQ for it. This is one of those games where you need a guide, and I hate it when games do that. When games are designed in such a way that the only way to really have a chance is to have a guide. Because, quite frankly, you want to beat the game for yourself. You don't want to have someone tell you that all the time. I say this is actually beyond a joke. And bear in mind, by the way, if you fail one character, you have to start the whole thing again. And this is why I don't think it's balanced. It should keep your checkpoints. So if you did enough with the Knuckles, that's what I mean. Part of the problem is knowing the exact route to take to be able to get out safely at a rapid fire speed. Omachow's not. I'd say Omachow's annoying. I don't like Omachow. He's been a rubbish substitute. T-Carl gave you key advice all the time. But Knuckles, on the other hand, Omachow is just an idiot. I don't like him. Half the time I wanted to stay quiet, but you can't do that. Now that is cheap! That is so cheap!
security door control switch is accessible from the waterway. Over there.
Oh well, that's useful. I found the bomb that killed them all. Getting rid of those enemies will make a big difference. So that oh, of course, I need to activate the actual thing first. I wanted to try and get a... I don't like the collision detection for those stop times either. The collision detection is very poor. Is there another stop time? Yeah, there is, right in the middle. Oh, you can't judge depth for that because there's no shadow. This game did away with shadows the time that you need them the most. It's the only game where you don't have a shadow as to where you perform, where your character's going to land. And it breaks the game. Because you can't see stuff like that. And that's just cheap. That's not challenge. That's not difficulty. That's cheap. I mean, I get that this is the final zone. I really do get that. But they've not made this balanced at all. Seriously, right? Why do people think this is the best game? Seriously, why? I want to know. Why is it you people are so masochistic? Why do you think this is the best game? I want to know. I want to know why people think this is the better game. I want to know the reason. Because so far, I don't see it. I don't understand. That's it. I don't mind a challenging game. I don't mind that. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. The challenge has to be fair. There should have been a checkpoint at some point here, because there's just too much to do. It's like here, I'm going to get hit now and there's nothing I can do.
Follow the switch on radar. The security door control switch is accessible from the waterway. Over there.
Oh, so it was like it was magnetized. See, the control just doesn't have the depth it needs for this level. And I said again, why is it in games that they insist on water levels like this? They're not fun, they're not rewarding, they're not balanced, they're cheap, they're slow, they're annoying. Why do games companies put them in the games? I don't know any water level that did not suck. Has there ever been a water level in a platform game that hasn't sucked? I'll wait. I'll wait, come on. The cheats are putting it right in the middle of the water. Oh yeah, that was fair. That was really fair. That was that was the fairest thing in the world. That was fair.
It's over.
These controls suck. These controls are absolutely awful! You can't... The problem is you can't control your depth at a decent enough level. The depth sensitivity is not there. So you can't do tiny little, like, you know, little drops. And because of that, you end up going too far all the time. Again, bad camera, bad controls. get away with that. I don't know how, but I got away with it. I'm on the wrong side here. So if I aim there, and descend across, there we go. That's better. And again, that's cheap as well. That's really cheap. I'm sorry, but those enemies should not be there. They should not be shooting from the front. They should not have access to projectiles underwater. Because you can't avoid them. You can't attack, you can't defend. All you can do is either take the hit or get lucky. Again, on this final stage, they've really turned up the cheap. This is not a challenge. This is not testing your skill. This is cheap. But it's okay, because we're going to get through it. I went through it. I went through the bubble. I went through the bubble. See what I mean about the controls? I could not get the shadow from where he was going through there. I could not see it. Because there was the depth perception on the camera is just not good enough. They completely screwed this up. A potentially fantastic game has been absolutely ruined. They had the potential to make one of the perfect dishes and made it with fucking dog meat. That's what they did. They had the chance to make the perfect gourmet dish and decided to use dog meat instead of proper protein. That's what's happened here. Yeah, cheers. So you might carry on being cheap. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. There should be checkpoints. You've done some really difficult navigation involving air pockets and everything else. You should be rewarded with the ability to not lose your progress. Even Crash Bandicoot gave you checkpoints. See, that's cheap. That is really cheap. Because I can't attack him underwater. I can't punch him. The only way I can do any damage is by hitting things like that. But it's not going to stop you. That's not going to stop the attack when you're on your way through. See there, how am I missing that bubble? Answer, because the camera means it's impossible to judge the depth and how close you are. And when you need to get somewhere like I get the feeling that that power-up would have made this a lot easier. But I don't know where that power-up is. Yep, fine, yeah, kick me back, even though I was right at the edge. I'd say if this carries on, I'm going to have to just do a Google to find where the air knuckles is and go and grab it. See, that is cheap. That's really cheap. That is one of the cheapest things in the world. You've got no way to swim faster. You have absolutely no way to do it. That's the switch.
System alert. System alert. Primary security lock system terminated. Initiate final defense system.
That got me through. That's how you do the Knuckles mission. That's how you do it.
Son, get past the enemy field. You're our last chance. We're depending on you.
Why is it some of them were killing him? Why was it killing some and not the others? Oh well, it doesn't matter, we're through anyway. Oh fine, yeah, he homed into him and then stopped. Why did he stop?
The area below the enemies has no floor. Be careful not to fall.
Right, okay, so how do we do that? Right, so where was I supposed to go? Be careful not to fall. Where was I supposed to go? Right, is it that door there somehow? Right, so what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to somehow activate this door? I can't think of any other way. But how am I supposed to get back? I'm guessing that is ridiculous. Made it, but I don't know how. Oh, piss off, you tossers. Fuck off. Oh, we're going back to the old school with this. Ah, right, so you're supposed to jump upwards. Okay, that makes sense. At least I've figured out that part. Yeah, I'm not messing around with you this time. I don't understand how I was supposed to... I don't know how I got back there last time. I don't understand how I got there and back again. The only way I can think of is to try and go for him first by splitting the atom. So I'm going to try that this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and split the atom by going through the pair of them. Let's see if...
The area below the enemies has no floor. Careful not to dodge.
Fine, don't attack them. Whatever, don't home and attack them. Don't home in on them, don't kill them, that's fine. I want to die. I want to die. I want to lose all my lives. See what I mean? This is a throwback to the 9th level of Sonic Adventure 1. Very similar mechanics. Very similar problem as well. The camera is in a terrible position, so knowing what's going around the corners is very difficult. But
Yes!
we made it! Oh. Okay.
Barely made it.
I don't care. I really don't care. And yeah, you're right. Eggman saying that Sonic's the last hope is definitely not something you'd expect.
I hate it when they leave me behind.
Hey, Amy. Yay.
Look, it's Shadow. I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I. Shadow, we need you. Please help us.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance.
Shadow, I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Oh, wow.
Maria, for all people who live on that planet, give them a chance to be happy. Let them live for their dreams. Shadow, I know you can do it. That's the reason why you were brought into this world. Sayonara, Shadow, the Hedgehog.
Promised her. And I must keep that promise. That's what
Oh,
I'm
you
here
cry.
for. I've got to go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria and you.
So everyone who rags on Amy, without Amy, Shadow wouldn't have fought. That's right. Suck it up, all you haters. You were wrong. Oh, that's
What's that?
the ribbon.
It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald. They probably designed the core like the shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
So there's another link back to Sonic Adventure 1.
All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Oh, of course it turned into a kaiju monster. Of course it did.
Could this be the prototype of the ultimate life form that was supposed to be encapsulated?
Leave this one to me.
Shadow, what are you doing?
I'll take care of this while you run to get the Chaos Emerald.
Ah, interesting. Shadow's decided it's going to be a distraction. So how's this going to work then? Wonder what the mechanic of this fight is. The bio-lizard. Really? That's what they called it? The bio-lizard? That's the best name they could come up with? Oh, what the... Right. Oh. Well, luckily I didn't die then. I thought that was going to be... I thought that was going to... Oh. Well, I died then. I missed 2 sets of rings. Give me control. Come on, I want to get some... I want to try and get some rings.
Surfaces are designed to absorb attacks. It's invincible. As long as he's equipped with that red life support system, he's invincible.
Okay, so how do I get rid of it? That's the question. Ah, so you have to rail ride it. So how do you... There must be a way to distract it, unfortunately. That's the last life lost. Fingers crossed, because we hit the goal, it's going to allow us to carry straight on. Fingers crossed. I do not want to have to go through that again.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the one and only ultimate life form. Thanks to Amy, I was able to remember Maria's wish. When I finally realized it, the ultimate life prototype tried to stop me. I'll take care of this, Sonic. You go try to stop the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
There must be a point where it gets weaker, where you rail ride it and hit the button. That must be it. The question is, because it had that shield around it, did you notice that? There was a shield around it. So the question is, how do you get rid of the shield? That's the big question. I'm glad I got those extra lives though, by playing the Cityscape level. Oh no, don't want to do that. I'd say the camera's a bit close as well. It's kind of like the problem we have with the Knuckles Ghost level. Yeah, you need to wait for the shield to drop down. There must be a point of the timing. Oh, what the hell? Oh, because I went too far forward, I went into its leg. It's a really annoying mechanic. It seems you've got to try and not go fast enough so you can keep the head in shot. It's a weird one.
Absorb attacks. It's invincible. As long as he's equipped with that red life support system, he's invincible.
Okay, we get that. So now what do we do? Wait for his defenses to drop. Yeah. What I did wrong was I didn't hold an attack. That was the issue. Oh, what the hell? Did not want to do that. If I stay behind it, I might be okay. Believe it or not. Oh, fuck. That's annoying. Oh, come on. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get to the rail. Being on that side of the head stops you from getting to the rail. So, even though there's 2 rails, so you think you'll be able to use either side?
On that pipe coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out, child. The problem was, it's inconsistent about what side you can do the grind on. I can do because the tail is whipping me on. Couldn't see him, couldn't see where he was coming from because the camera was too close. And once again, I've said it before, you should be able to move the camera where you need to. When the challenge is avoiding attacks that you can't see, that's bad game design. It's poor game design where half the challenge is the camera. It's terrible. I can't even move the camera. That's the thing. I can't even do that. So it's not even as if I can move it and try and do my own thing with it. If I could move the camera and go my own way, it'd be a different story. But no, can't do that. nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing that I could do then. Oh, come on. So, and then it has a projectile attack that you can't even see coming. What are you supposed to do there? Is it that? And then... What the hell am I supposed to do? Right, I'm dead now. Nothing I can do. There's no rings. Oh, never mind. I found one. Okay, I'll take it. It's fine. Again, part of the issue is being in the position... Right, yeah, so that doesn't work. Omachao said use the somersault. It does not work. The somersault does not work. Luckily I even got a hit on it then. I'm really surprised I did. And extra rings too, so okay. This is a really annoying way of fighting a boss. You've got to like essentially not go fast. And it's counterintuitive to the nature of the game. I want that. Really? And now suddenly it starts flushing you away. I didn't see the egg-like attack, so I was too busy trying to be able to see anything thanks to a crap camera, Omachao. Because once again, I've not got camera control. These controls, I'm sorry to say it, the controls are not good enough. And I said, what's the obsession with having levels where you're facing the camera? What's the obsession with that? Making it where the challenge is because you can't see where you're going. Why do games developers do that? I don't get why they make levels that way. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not testing your skill. It's a complete breaking of the game. I'm not playing the game backwards. I'm playing the game forwards. Why can't I have the camera in the right place? What's the obsession with it? It's like here, I can't, that thing that sucked me out. I can't see it because once again I'm running towards the camera. It's that point there, right there. So, yeah, see what I mean? How could I see that? I couldn't see it. As I said, that's not challenge, that's cheap. Like, irritating the players one thing, well, making it so they don't want to play your game is bad game design. I've said it before and I'll say it again. They say this is such a shame, this should have been a classic. This really should have been an absolute classic. Instead, it's a total turd. Especially when that happens, what are you supposed to do? Say, it's fine having a challenge, it's fine making a game difficult, but that is cheap. That's the third time that's happened. 3 times! Not once has it appeared in camera shot. Omachao, shut up! Just shut up! See what I mean? The game, it's like it's designed so that you don't move at speed, but it's so counterintuitive. I also can't wait to see the back of this game. I really can't wait to see the back of it. This is on my do not replay list. In fact, the first thing I'm going to do with this game is put it on eBay. See, no way around it. Absolutely no way around it. Those ones you can dodge, but the ones that were full, there's only one way I can think of that might get around it. Unless they be treated like those gates at the end of City Escape, where you try and run under them. But the problem is, once again, that stupid, that shouldn't be there! It's already challenging enough, why do we need that death trap? That is the cheapest thing in the world! Oh great, fine, don't get on the rail. Don't do what I tell you. This isn't fun. What's the point? What is the point? What's the point?
Did you see the egg-like attack? You might want to ascend.
I didn't see an egg-like attack. I don't think he got round to using it. See, the problem is you can't see the edge of it because the camera is too close. Again, this is where I said it before. It's the camera is the biggest problem. See, this doesn't make it challenging. This doesn't make it rewarding. This doesn't make it fun. It makes it frustrating. It makes it really cheap. It ruins the game. I'm actually taking my rating down. It's not a 4 out of 10. It's a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
Story select.
Again, anyone who says this is one of the best platformers ever, explain to me why. Explain why. I want to know. I want to know what I'm missing. I want to know what I'm not getting from it. See, I'm having to like practically tap turn. So I can't get any rhythm going. Because I can't see how close I am to the edge of that platform. Which is fine if you're only dodging that attack, but if you're dodging a lot of others, then it's a problem. It's not a 0 or a 1. A 0 or a 1 will put it on the same level as the likes of plumbers don't wear ties or big wigs over the road racing. It's not that broken. That would be unfair. It would be a... See, the problem is I can't... He kept on knocking me the other side of him. I couldn't get into position. This isn't the ultimate life form. This is the ultimate cheat. And it's being helped by the camera. This camera is a shocking position. You're too close to the camera. If it had an extra 2 inches, I'd be able to see what I'm doing. Yes, it's impressive you've got a model this size out of the Dreamcast. Guess what? I don't give a shit if I can't play the game because it's breaking the controls. I don't care how impressive the character model is. only way I can think of getting around those when they do that is by trying to like kind of like. The problem is, you've not got the momentum or the room. So the music's cool, but I'm not able to appreciate it because I'm too busy, like, falling to cheap deaths. Right, I'm dead now. I'm completely dead and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I'm dead. What the hell? What was I supposed to do then? It whipped me up into the air, but I don't know how. I don't know what I did.
You may be able to grind on that pipe coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I know already, oh my child, and that's not an issue. The issue is being able to do it because I can't see where I'm going. If there was a camera mod that made this camera about an extra foot away, I reckon this boss will be a lot more enjoyable. Now, before people say, oh, well, that'd make it easy. Yes, it would. It's already challenging as it is. It doesn't need to be at a level where you're practically unable to beat it because, again, it's not very accessible. God forbid you're someone who's got, like, you know, any kind of eyesight trouble or a sensory issue. God forbid you're someone who might, you know, have that kind of problem. See, it's done that thing again. It's got me on the wrong side of its head. There was nothing I could do. The moment it did that, I was stuck. I was screwed.
To avoid his energy attack, use the somersault or jump.
Yeah, the somersault doesn't work. The jump works, but the somersault doesn't. You don't get. Do you want to know why it doesn't work? Because you don't have the momentum to go fast enough to go underneath the attack. You don't have the momentum. And why don't you have the momentum? Because you're too close to the enemy. You can't get enough momentum. As I say, I really want to know why so many people say this is the best game. I need people to explain it to me. Say the original might have its flaws, but it's so much more playable than this. As I say, that was just one of those things. Unfortunately, I lost my rings and there was no real way around it. Which again is fine. That's okay.
Did you see the egg-like attack? You might want to ascend.
So that's part of the problem, you know. If you gain any kind of momentum, you go too fast. The camera shifts and you start getting tail whipped. This is where, I've said it before, you should be able to lock the camera to where you need it to. If half of your challenge is because I can't see where I'm going, then you've designed a bad game. I say this is a massive step down compared to the original. I do not understand why people rate it so much higher. I do not get it. As I say, it had its flaws, the original game, but at least it was fair. This has not been fair at all. People might argue the original was a little too easy, and in some ways it was. But just because it was one game was a bit too easy, you don't have to like make it so that the 99% of the difficulty next time is because you can't see what you're doing. Like put concealed death traps that are right at the edge of the camera. Make it so you're so close to the camera you can't move without falling off the edge. Make it so the controls aren't very responsive at times, you know what I mean? There's so many things that they could have done better with this game. But again, for a game where the mascot is all about speed, in this game there's a surprising amount of it you're not supposed to have. There are so many points where you're not supposed to have speed. So for the first time, the somersault did work. So unless there's a really pinpoint timing for it, which I'm guessing there is. And again, if it works every time, then great. I've not got a problem with that. Say, I wouldn't call it a downgrade completely because there's some things that are better. The character models are massively improved. The world is again cheap. But it's things like that. We don't need that. That shouldn't be there. It's already challenging enough with the lack of camera control and the things like that. That death trap move there is just ultimately really cheap. So this part, that part's quite easy, which is fine because that's balanced. But you see there, I was so close to getting the camera changing around that I had to slow down. And again, I wouldn't mind if I could zoom the camera out even like a couple of millimeters. It'd enable me to see a pitfall a little bit sooner. The key thing you need is a little ledge to show that you're right at the edge of it. Get on the rail! Get on the rail! To avoid that trap, I needed to be way in front of it, but when I did, I got too close to the tail. So it's not balanced in the player's ability. It doesn't balance the difficulty out. Get on the rail! Oh great, yeah, so now it starts coming in even faster. So that's where this cheap death trap is going to really be a problem. Now what's he doing? What the hell? Oh, hang on, they're randomly flashing. What the hell? What am I supposed to do here? Oh. What the hell are you supposed to do there? Yeah, I thought you might be able to combo off them, like constantly use the homing attack. But you can't do it. There wasn't even a way to do that. See, once again, too much momentum and I'm on the other side. So that part is fine. Not got an issue with that part. That's a nice little intro to the mechanic, but then there, you see what I mean? Because of the camera, couldn't see it so it was too late. There's no reason for that death trap to be there. That death trap ruins this mechanic. It's already a frustrating enough boss in terms of its pattern, but the fact that it throws a death pit that can literally kill you, just like that, I'm stuck. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't get out. I could not get out of there. I was stuck between the water and his mouth. I had no way around it. And this isn't even the final boss.
You might want to ascend.
Yeah, so, okay, you might want to ascend, and how do you do that? It's all well and good saying you might want to do something, but if there's no explanation as to how you're supposed to do it, I don't understand what you're supposed to do. I mean, that part, as I say, is quite straightforward and makes quite a bit of sense, and that's okay. Oh, now I'm screwed. This is where the game's mechanics are absolutely busted. Couldn't see. Could not see. Could not see a thing. If it is Avian, I've not seen it so far in the game, because to be fair, with the adventure games, you don't really get super characters to use as you go. Like in Sonic Adventure 1, we had it specifically for a final campaign. You didn't get it on the actual level. So, I mean, like, even if it was a thing, Avian, there's no way to trigger it because we don't have the emeralds. So, even if that's what it was trying to get at, it makes no sense. This is the kind of boss where you need an action replay. You just need an action replay to make yourself invincible. That's literally the only way to win, because I don't think the way they designed this environment is conducive to the idea of what they wanted to do. Again, I want to know what the playtesters actually did on this game, because I don't think they played this game through thoroughly. And went, guys, we might have got the balance wrong here. Maybe we can do something to change it. But of course, the playtesters aren't the developers, and the developers aren't the publishers. So, they can only do so much. So it might be a bit disingenuous to blame the playtesters here. And I wouldn't mind, but it's like, things like that you're supposed to have rhythm to deal with, you know, like you're supposed to be at a certain... You're supposed to jump or somersault, but there's no window to get your landing right to carry out your next move. So yeah, I like the music. I think the music's great. And I like some of the ideas, like the idea of using the grinds to get round the back to get the weak point. I like that. What I don't like is the random death trap, which I don't even understand where it takes you to, because you don't see what kills it. And then these are not balanced at all. The hitboxes seem to be all over the place for them. See, I was above that one then, but it still hit me. Now what the hell? Get on the rail! That's part of the problem as well. The controls are not responding the way you want them to. Once again, you can't see. That's the problem. You can't see the environment because the camera is too close. The camera needs to be a foot back. Because you can't see things like that pitfall. It's absolutely cheap. When 99% of the challenge comes from the camera position, you've not done your job as a games developer. You developed an imbalanced game that has arbitrary bollocks difficulty. When half the issue is I can't see, that is a problem, and it's a huge problem. It doesn't test your skill if half the time is you can't see where you're going. See, that when it works is great. And again, if the timing is super tight, then that's fine. I don't mind that. It's annoying, but I don't mind it, because at least there's some kind of skill to it. Again, that is a test of skill, and that's fine. It's like there, for instance, I had to almost get myself killed to avoid falling into the pitfall, because I had to slow down. And I'm not really supposed to do that in a Sonic game. We're supposed to be going fast. Yeah, so what I mean, if you get it right, that's actually enjoyable. And that's a good test of skill, actually. I quite like that. That's not bad. But it's this next point with the balls that I didn't understand. I didn't understand what the hell I was supposed to do. At least I think it was this point where I did that. Let's keep watching. And again, I like the way the characters both gain and lose momentum. So there's a lot of things I do like in this game, but I think they blew it by being too inconsistent. Let's say, I mean, the hitboxes don't feel consistent. I think they are, it's just that they don't feel it. I don't know. Sorry, if now's not a good time for me to answer that question. I literally just got hit trying to avoid it. Right, so. Right, yeah, so you definitely. Can you jump on them? Is that it? Ah! Well, that's an interesting idea. It's just that unfortunately, the design for it is flawed as anything. Right. That's an interesting idea. I'm not sure the execution's quite right, but I like the idea behind that. Let's say, I mean, if I was a journalist, Fiona, I'd say at the moment, I think, having played this, having like put my anger aside, I think to be honest, I'd still say a 4 out of 10 or a 40%. It has some really ambitious ideas and some really, when it goes well, the game is great, but it also has some serious flaws. I don't like how you essentially play the game twice because the characters play almost identical at certain points, which I don't like. I find that quite lazy. This is the closest we've got. Now what's he doing? He's going, oh, but now he's... Oh, what the hell? Oh, I see. This... Oh, no, that... How are you supposed to get around that? There's no method of attack for it. Because I was floating. I wasn't actually using anything.
You may be able to grind on that
I can grind that pie going out of his mouth. I know. I've already done it before. That's not the issue. Grinding the pipe in the mouth is fine. Grinding the mouth pipe, perfect. Not got a problem with that. I mean, I don't think this game deserves a critical panning. That's the key thing. So for a game to be critically panned, it'd have to be unspeakably, shockingly bad. This is cheap, and this has massive flaws which really ruin its potential. But it's not... It isn't abhorrently awful. As I said before, it's not Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. It's not Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. It's not Batman Returns on the Game Boy. Not Batman Forever on the Game Boy. It's not Extreme Snowboarding on the PlayStation 1. It would be disingenuous to say that this is truly abhorrent and deserves a critical panning. It's a game which had the potential to be a massive blockbuster and a true farewell to the Dreamcast and the poor classic for many years, but instead it's filled with things like that which artificially ruin the game. So for me, it's a game that's far more frustrating than it needs to be. It's a game that is designed to be much more difficult than its predecessor. And that's okay, because its predecessor at times was too easy. But just because your predecessor was easy doesn't mean you should make your challenge all frustration. I mean, check out that Knuckles bit, for example, in the final level. If you've not found some random power-up which you didn't know about, because there's no clues to it, it becomes incredibly difficult, as I showed. And this boss, while it's got some nice mechanical ideas, the execution of them are just too flawed. Like these, for instance. The idea of testing your timing, I think, is actually kind of cool, and testing how much attention you're paying, which I wasn't then. Say, that's kind of cool. I find that quite interesting, and I like the design of it cool. I find the design of it quite cool. But then you get things like that, where your character won't go the way you want it to, because the controls just are not responsive enough. It's too much for the game to handle. And with the camera being where it is, it exacerbates the problem even more, because if you get too much momentum, you get whipped by the tail, or you fall into the channels like that and get dragged off screen to your death. And it just feels very artificial. And when a game feels artificial in its challenge, well, the players know about it. I mean, like that there, where it tests your timing skills, is great. If you can get a pattern going, that's awesome. And varying the pattern up is quite cool as well. And the thing is, there's no much point in me writing a review of it, Fiona, because I've said it all on stream. I've said it all on stream. I mean, I could easily do a video review of it, maybe, but it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's one of those things, it's such a... the thing is, I'm playing the Dreamcast version of the game. I'm not playing the version most people would get hold of these days, because the most recent one, called Battle, is the one that's on Steam, and I think it might have been rebalanced. I don't know, because I've not played it. It might have the same problems, but I don't think it does. Oh, that's certain dead. I got put behind the tail, and that meant the rings that were knocked out went out of view. And again, that can happen. That can happen on any level. It can happen in any of the games. So that's not that cheap. But as I say, some of the mechanics here, they really are not as balanced as they should be. And it's a shame, because as I say, I really want to like this game. But unfortunately, there's just too many flaws. And it's a real shame. It really is. There's so much potential here. I say that this guy, Shadow, I'll be honest, I don't think he's that good. I find him quite bland. He's like a bland edgelord. I'm angry and I'm bad. Oh, okay, if you say so, mate. Earthworm Jim 2. I never played Earthworm Jim 2, but I played the original Earthworm Jim, and that was actually hard. But Shiny, who developed that game, really put the difficulty up through the roof. And the problem I've got here is I'm on the wrong side again. I was waiting for him to do that, so I'm hopefully going to be in a position. Well, now he's not attacking me. That was weird. I got behind him and I managed to avoid his attacks. Oh, but look at that. How's that fair? I went literally the way to attack him and it killed me. Not quite like a colour swap of Sonic, because again his run mechanic is very different. Otherwise he is very similar, but he's not the same. But again, that makes sense, because of course he was meant to be like the ultimate life form rival for Sonic. I mean, that was cheat then. I went on the route you're supposed to go. Fine, whatever, don't get on the rail. Don't attack the boss. Let's let Eggman win the world. Let's let Eggman's grandfather destroy the world. That's fine. Fail to live up to your promise to Maria. I'm not sure how I got away with that then. I'll settle for it, but I don't know how I got away with it. I don't know, Fiona, she might do, but if she does, it's probably in the book. I'll have to find it. So that time he didn't get back from the somersault quick enough. See, the recovery time from certain moves is inconsistent. I think that's part of the problem. So I'm probably going to die here because I get the feeling it's going to put me in the wrong place again. Nah, this time he's put me on a safe platform. What the hell? What the hell's happened? What the hell just happened? Is that a glitch? I don't know. He seems to constantly try and attack me. This is the last time, but this is the last attempt for tonight, by the way, people. This is the last attempt. If I can't beat it this time, I'm turning off, and I will be back to try again on Wednesday. Yep, there we go. I think that's part of the issue. You don't know how far you can be away from the head before it switches to the tail, and then basically punishes you for it. And I can understand that they wanted it so you weren't constantly basically hiding away from the boss. I understand that. Oh, I didn't mean to press jump twice. I'm pressing jump twice, I screwed myself over then. I was making sure I was nowhere near the edge then. Yeah, be careful not to cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. It's weird, it's almost like you're not supposed to... It's almost like you're supposed to stay still and jump or roll, which again is counterintuitive. Yeah, he does move like an ice skater. It's weird. He wears. I think he's wearing like. I think he's meant to be wearing some kind of rocket shoes or something. Oh, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. I'm dead. He did it again. The moment his head hit me and sent me backwards, there was nothing I could do. I could not get close to the wings, and he's always going to come back and hit you again. Again, that's a flaw caused by the game, because it shouldn't do that. I should not go through him after he hits me left. That should not happen. That's very, very flawed collision detection. One too many flaws with this game, and it's those kind of things that ruin the experience. What should be a really fun, really interesting rivalry battle is absolutely decimated. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. Once again, I was up in the air, so I don't know how that hit me. That one, I was up in the air when it was up in the air, so that's why it hit me, and that's fine. But this is the problem. I think the hitboxes are busted. It's there again, see, one getting on the rail. It is so frustrating to control. No, I'm not playing Blue Stinger. I've heard about that game and I don't want to play it. I'm not interested in it. It's like a weird, like, survival horror in like Hawaii or somewhere. I'm not interested. Someone else has suggested playing Spy Hunter, but I'm not interested in that either. Or Headhunter even, sorry, not Spy Hunter. See, controls didn't respond. I was smashing the A button then to jump, and he wouldn't jump. What? Why did he just die? What just happened? What's going on with this game?
You might want to ascend.
The glitches in this game are ridiculous. Why did he just die? He was ankle deep in water and just had rings and went, Maria. What killed him? Was there like some kind of weird electrified eel or something in the water? Like in Resident Evil Code Veronica? Was that it? Oh, it's done it again. Nothing I can... Yeah, well, right, which way are we going? Right, I've recovered and I've got a ring. Okay, good. Get on the rail. I don't know what's going on with the game. Honestly, I don't know what killed him. Oh. At least this time I didn't... Oh. Why does the camera switch around so much? Right, that's it. That's it, guys. I can't take any more of these buggy controls and these stupid cheap deaths. We're at 3 hours, so that's where we're calling it for tonight. Apologies, people, it's been an absolute train wreck. But what can you say? It's an old game which has all the scope and potential in the world, which is unfortunately ruined by some poor controls, bad design, bad mechanics, bad camera, bad bugs. Yeah, unfortunately, bad. And on that crushing disappointment, that's where we're going to end it for tonight. And we're going to be back on Wednesday evening at 8 PM to try again. And in between, I'm hopefully going to grind a load of lives so we can at least stop continuing. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And seriously, what killed him when he was ankle deep in water? What was it? I seriously don't get it. What the...